In today's video, we are talking about the New Balance Furon and the New Balance Tekela subtle upgrades to fantastic knit football boots. What's going on, guys? My name is Noah Cavanaugh. Welcome to the world's greatest football store. I'm very excited to jump into the New Balance Tekela and New Balance Furon. Today, we are gonna hop into the cage. We're gonna talk about fit, comfort, performance, all the little upgrades that these two boots get for this new generation. Let's hop into it. The new Furon V7 Plus is a nice upgrade to the Furon V7, which featured a host of new technology for the New Balance brand. I think users are really gonna appreciate some of the subtle differences that New Balance has put into this Plus model. One of the main features of the Furon V7 Plus is this canopy system, which they integrated into the first generation. Now with this Plus model, they've actually added some grip elements here and texturing on the top, and they've reduced the amount of cored out elements underneath there as well. So what that's gonna do is give a very seamless sensation when striking the ball, plus a little bit more texture for those of you who like to get a little bit more bend or whip on that football. The new graphic pack for the V7 Plus is also really cool as well. Highlighted here in this mango colorway with the Team Sky Blue. The mango highlights a little bit of the striking surface on the lateral and medial sides, and then you get a very large dark blue N on the side as the final edition of this new graphic color pack. The standout feature of the New Balance Speed Boot really is this HypoKnit upper. The HypoKnit upper gives you an incredibly soft feeling on feet while also providing adequate amounts of lockdown and responsiveness as you're changing directions and striking the football. So looking back at the previous generation, there's a couple things that have stayed the same and a couple things that have been updated. Obviously the canopy's been updated, the upper texture from the HypoKnit has changed just slightly, giving you a little bit of a softer feel on the ball. And then some of the things that have stayed the same include the sole plate, which is a nylon sole plate with mostly chevron studs. You have the heel area, which provides a really nice lockdown with a suede perforation in that heel. And then one thing that they actually have done is they've managed to reduce the weight by 15 grams, making this boot one of the lightest speed boots on the market. The New Balance V4 Plus has some nice little upgrades that are going to really help with a footballer's experience on pitch, including some texture upgrades as well as some knit upgrades through that HypoKnit upper. The Tekela V4 Plus sees a host of texture upgrades to different touch points along the upper. You've got some upgraded texturing on the HypoKnit in the collar area where the lacing system is, in the pass point on the medial side, especially here on the touch point right on the toe area, and then here on the lateral side as well. All of that is texturing that's been integrated into the upper. The sole plate of the Tekela is a very particular feature that I think is super interesting. Now, what New Balance have done is they've done some research on which sports have the most lateral cutting ability. These TPU bladed studs here on the outside, they call them rim studs, are actually from a lacrosse cleat, which is a sport that's played predominantly in the United States. Now, what they've done is they've added that to the Tekela V4 Plus, and it creates this really interesting sensation of being able to cut laterally much more effectively when you're on firm ground pitches. Upgrades for the Furon V7 Plus and the V4 Plus are mostly to do with texturing on the upper. Both have really nice feature sets, and I'm really excited for you guys to test out these new football boots. Definitely worth the upgrade over previous generations. Both the Tekela V4 Plus and the Furon V7 Plus are really fantastic football boots. I enjoy wearing them personally both a lot, and I think these subtle upgrades are going to be really awesome for the on-feet experience of both of these New Balance football boots. If you have a wider foot, I'd probably stick to the Tekela. If you have a thinner foot or you're into the lightweight speed boot feel, the Furon is definitely the one for you. I tend to go half a size up as well from my normal 9.9 US to a 9.5 US, and I fit in both of these perfectly. If it was my choice, I'm probably leaning a little bit towards the Tekela just because of how wide it is and how comfortable it is, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be up to you. Let me know down in the comment section below which of these New Balance football boots are you picking for your next training session or your next game. My name is Noah Cavanaugh. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Ultra Football channel. Follow us at Ultra Football AU on Instagram. And as always, I will see you guys next time at the world's greatest football store.